I filmed
the real one, the real show. This is just a fake one here.
Yeah, I filmed 2 of those today, so I was in and out of the office all day.
Yeah, this is the practice one. That was the real one. This is the practice show.
This is the one where I actually am who I am. So
you got like 8 now, Bullet. Okay, you're like Tom Selleck was in his heyday. He had like 8 shows. You hear me? Now they're getting all over my buddy Tom Selleck because they said you see it? He ain't going in an idiot bag. They said he stole water for his
Oh yeah, stole water.
Stole water for his ranch.
Yeah, well,
Brother, if you've been that hot for that long, ain't you got money to buy you water? I mean, I don't know the details. I'll check into it.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll have a source check into it. But
yeah, exactly.
Magnum PI, bro, he's
got
to have enough money to get water. But anyway, time's tough on everybody, Bullet. So we'll knock this out.
Yeah,
late night edition.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay. This is when I want to go to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another show. Dad, you don't work, you wrestle. You hear the claps. You know what time it is. George, how was your weekend?
Thank you so much, Bullet. That little stop right there is the most peaceful time I've had all week. I just want you to know that, Bullet. I appreciate that.
No, I just want to. I always just figure out. I just want to figure out whose voices I hear in the background, so we can cuss them out later.
That's our bonding time, Bullet.
Yeah,
okay,
it's not like we're trying to film anything over here.
Fritz and Carrick didn't have much bonding time on the road, so this is our bonding time. Okay,
yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a great week we had, Bullet. I just want to thank everybody for making the 2nd greatest book ever written. Still one of the hottest selling books on my gimmick table, which also happens to be the only book on my gimmick table, but that's just a small detail. Bullet, what a great week we had, Bullet, coming right off, not Miracle on the Mountain, but West Virginia Championship.
Star Spangled
Banner. Thank you.
Bash.
Bullet, that covered them all.
Yep.
That was like a combination of WrestleMania, the Bash, even that thing they did with the Triple Cage and World Class. It didn't draw no people. Dungeon of Doom, whatever that thing was. Tower of Doom is what that was. But anyway, Bullet, what a great night we had, Bullet. I want you to know, Bullet, that I did steal your move from your match with your book. Except instead of your rule book for the Scouts, I'm going to use my book. Where, you know, brother had you, it's perfect, Bullet. It's perfect how he had you in a hammerlock, right? And you look at the book to see how to reverse it, and brother reverses it and takes your book. Bullet, that's very genius. I'm gonna steal it. Is that
I don't
okay?
know if it's genius or desperation.
Oh, that's so desperation.
I'm literally on my last leg. So
Bullet, listen.
I'm pulling out every trick in the book.
Oh, Bullet, listen, it was great. I'm telling you, Bullet, you just were born too late. I can't blame Mom and Dad Bullet for that. But Bullet, if you was in Memphis in their heyday, I swear you would be with Lawler every night instead of the Mummy or the Midget or whatever. It'd be you and Lawler every night. I'm just telling you that right now. But anyway, I just want you to know I'm going to steal that with my book, Bullet. And then brother reversed it after reading the rule book. I thought it was great. I thought he should have just went home right then, Bullet. So, but what a great night we had, Bullet. Of course, Cedric got down there. My son, I was very proud of him. Cedric took the flight. It was just a great night.
A big weekend for Cedric.
Oh, Bullet, unbelievable,
yeah.
Bullet for Cedric that he could even come here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, we're coming at you late night edition now after finishing a great 2.5 hours of training here at Rings Georgia South Wrestling School. Just a great night. Had 2 new students start tonight, so a lot of stuff going on, Bullet. We got back, Bullet. My hats off. I just thought you had a very good match. I was very proud of Cedric. We added a lot. The Michael Jackson 5 reunion in West Virginia was a success.
Minus Tito.
Minus Tito. He's still
Tito was off in Portland.
He was off in Portland. But it was a very success. Just glad to be part of it again. Of course, Sunday. Bullet, the PWX had 500 people there at Cabarrus Arena. I think everybody sold 3 books there, and just a great weekend. And a lot of stuff going on in the Carolinas, Bullet, as you know. So, with all that, Bullet, any stand-up comedian stuff going on this week?
A whole bunch. This Sunday, actually, I'm glad you brought it up, because this Sunday is Funny on the Fly, a return for that. Charlotte Comedy Zone, make sure you come up for that. Show starts at 7. This is the one where I get my material 30 minutes ahead of time.
Oh, I love it.
Which is great, because I don't have to worry about preparing a set all week long. Like I've been working real hard. I've been really trying to challenge myself to write a new 5 minutes every week. Wow. Whether that's a good 5 minutes or not. As I found out, I just told a joke last night that you'll never hear again. I have told it in every room in Charlotte, and it is bombed in every single one. So I will take that out of the repertoire. You will never hear that again. I've killed 2 jokes like that.
Kind of like my leapfrog in a match. Kind of like my leapfrog.
You kind of realize it's not working. People don't find it as funny as I thought. So like I've been learning that. I did evening news last night. I got 10 minutes there. And I was adding it up because the set last night was okay. I felt like it could have been better. People told me it was okay. But it was all right. But I had to take some personal inventory and realize that was really the 40th stand-up set I've ever done.
Wow!
And really, Chris Hardwick said that 100. He got some advice from somebody say you should do 100 sets and then see where you're at.
Oh, wow.
And I feel kind of like that as being like. When I was told him that's like saying 3 months of wrestling training,
right.
Then you kind of know where you stand.
Exactly, that makes sense. I love that.
So 100, stand-up sets, maybe they be 5 minutes or 10 minutes. One I did last night was 10 minutes, which is the second or third time I've ever attempted 10 minutes. Trust me, there's a big gap between 5 and 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Especially when you're trying to keep that pace of joke.
That's exactly right.
But that last night was, I believe, my 40th set. So.
Oh wow.
I'm not even halfway, so. I feel pretty decent about where I sit right now, but it's that sense of we do all these shows, and there's a million things that go wrong, and we have to rely on other people to do something right, which is the most impossible thing ever. Where in stand-up, the only person as long as you point to the stage,
that's exactly
and there's
right.
a microphone. It's going to happen.
Yeah, that's right.
I can do whatever I'm going to do, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent. Nobody's going to interfere. Nobody's going to come out and say, maybe you should do this, or hey, they could say that, but when you're on that stage, you are doing you, and that's what
that's exactly right. And it is just so different. I think back of football or basketball, where you've got team members.
You got to rely on everybody, and I hate that.
That's exactly right.
I hate, maybe I should be spending more time with my improv stuff because it probably teaches me to be a better person. But but for right now, I like the stand-aloneness of
exactly right.
Stand-up.
And what a just a load on your shoulder. I mean, if it succeeds or fails, is because of a bullet.
Nobody's going to say that they succeeded or failed because of money they put.
That's exactly
into it, and nobody's going to take something away from you. Speaking of Sunday, nobody's going to take something away from you.
I like that.
And push you aside. It's yours.
That's exactly right.
And everybody knows it's yours.
And I love that similarity, Bullet, that you just said about how the one comedian suggested you get 100 stand up. You get 100 maybe under your belt, then you kind of see where you're at. And there's a lot of similarity to what you said about pro wrestling.
Yes.
Is you can't really judge how far you are till you get some matches.
Yeah, you have a lot of students here, and after about 3 months, that's when you kind of realize, hey, is this for me? Is this
that's
what
exactly
do?
Right.
This is the lay of the land. Do I want to go forward, or what is this that I want out of it?
That's exactly right.
And I kind of already know where I stand with it, but I don't know what type of comedian I'm going to be. I don't know what it all unfolds for me, and I got so far to go. And I have to keep putting that in perspective.
But see, Bullet, what I love about it, and I've told you this so many times, is just the nerve. I mean, I say that all the time. I told you I spoke at a church a couple weeks ago, and the pastor said, you did a good job. And, jokingly, he said, you can take over. But I'm thinking, no, I wouldn't want that for anything in the world. Yeah. And they do, whether it's me speaking at a church or you doing comedian. They think just because you've been a pro wrestler for all this time that it's just naturally going to, and it is not. It is. My hat is just off to you. Just to get out there.
Yeah, the fact that I do anything that's funny is a miracle. I tell you, it is truly a miracle and complete dumb luck if I have a stand-up set that goes right and goes well.
And see, it's so much
but everybody just thinks, oh, he's a pro wrestler and he can just do it naturally, right. And I can do it naturally.
And it's so much like our business is it what worked tonight in Charlotte, if you're tomorrow night in Greensboro, that joke may not work.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what I think is so great about it. Bullet.
Exactly. And that's I got a long way to go, and it's very hard for me to even say that I am a comedian. I'm a very long way from that ever happening, but I'm working my ways closer.
Yeah, but Bullet, that picture has been on a flyer. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. A comedian flyer, similar to a wrestling flyer, Bullet, Jake Manning's picture has been on there. You're not one of, I know it's it's not a big step, but you're no longer the plus others at the comedian place. Okay, you got to remember that, Bullet. Okay, the picture's there. It may not be up here yet, but the picture has made the flyer. I've yet to make one, Bullet, but that's okay. All right. And when we get worried is if there's one of you and then one of you under a Mr. Florida hood at the comedian place.
When we get to that point, when I play different characters.
Oh, brother, we're talking sitcom stuff then, buddy, okay? Really. No, and it's very similar, and I'm going to get off this real quick. It's the show that came on, I think it's still on, where our Price is Right guy, he was like the host of it, and they put two comedians out in a chair, and they acted out.
Oh, that's improv.
Yeah, improv.
Who's lined it anyways?
Yes, exactly. And man,
it's a little different than what I do, but yes, I also do that as well.
You know what I'm saying? And they had to make something out of something, whether it's driving a car, whatever, in like a split second. I just think I think it's so great, Bullet. So a lot of stuff going on, Bullet. Yes, again, this week I'll be headed to Kings Mountain on Saturday. I do want to remind everybody that we do have all the ring canvases, turnbuckle pads, padding, anything like that. I don't know why, but I got like 3 emails this week of people wanting to know, did we have canvases available? First I thought it was a joke. Do we have canvases available? Do we not have canvases available?
Got them coming out my ears.
Oh my goodness! Please, folks, we can sure help you out on that. Any size.
Same with padding.
Yeah, same with padding. Same with padding. And just a lot of stuff going on here, Bullet. And before we go, got a quick idiot of the week, Bullet. You know how I am, Bullet. This is. Only I could probably put this idiot in a week, but it's the beginning of something that I hope don't grow into more, Bullet. Of course, we've covered everything, every area in here. Everybody knows that I'm a big mark for the 80s music and all that kind of. And you're probably thinking, Dad, you don't work your wrestling fans. Oh, Journey's drummer, which is not going in an idiot bag. He is arrested for all kind of stuff. So Journey kicked him out. I don't think he, but anyway, that's not what I'm talking about, but this is what I'm talking about, Bullet. It kind of broke my heart when the news first broke. Everybody knows how much I love my 80s music. Hart, who I fell in love with, Ann and Nancy Wilson. Remember Hart? Bullet, they brought us through high school, Bullet, and I've been in love with them. And Ann, the blonde-headed one, just announced yesterday, I know what everybody's thinking. No, she's not becoming a man, but boom, boom, boom. But anyway, okay, that's not it, Bullet. How'd you like that drum roll, Bullet?
You did your own rim shot.
I did my own rim shot, okay? That is not, I turned red on that too, Bullet, okay? That is not what she announced. But she is first time ever, and they've been around as long as I have, Bullet. They brought me through my childhood. She's announced that she is singing, and it's very beginning of the Idiot Baggish. She's going to do her first concert by herself. Oh, Bullet. Now, I know people say, oh, George, we're at war, people are homeless, all this kind of stuff going on, sharks eating everybody, and you're worried about heart. I just think, Bullet, really, my childhood's slowly dissolving. I think, personally, she just said it's going to be a one-time deal. She's doing a concert by herself, Bullet. I don't believe it. I think there's something else hidden there. I will check into it. But so, for the beginning of this solo career, I will throw one half, not the black-headed one, the real good one. She's one just staying, I love her. She's not going in. But Ann Wilson of Hart, the blonde-headed one, will go in our idiot bag. Ooh, okay? Bullet, because you know as well as I do, if she sells out or even draws a half-decent house, she ain't going back. She ain't splitting it no more. That's all I'm saying, Bullet. I think the wrestler in me has just finally kicked in, and that's just the beginning. One last thing of my childhood. I think it's done. I think now, instead of Hart performing, it's just going to be like a broken heart. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, 2 rim shots in a row. So Ann Wilson goes in the idiot bag because this is the beginning of a major breakup. Yes, you heard it here.
Because you know if Ricky's going to sell out, Robert's too much trouble because Robert wants
I love that. Oh, I love that. Rock and roll, folks. Listen to me. Rock and roll. Oh, boy, this is good.
If Ricky sells out, what's he need Robert for? Robert wants trans money. Ricky will drive from Bristol all the way to the show in North Carolina.
Oh, we'll cry. Listen,
why you got to bring up Robert?
Rock and roll has just been split up. And Ricky's going to go fight Ric Flair. That's what just happened with one of my favorite bands, Hart. Ann Wilson has just split up with Hart.
But Ricky's not going to stick up for Robert. No.
That's what I'm saying. We've seen it. Yeah. Ricky ain't going back to Robert. No. Ann Wilson ain't going back to her sister. I'm telling you, boy. So, just, I hate to end it on a bad note, but anyway, she's in the idiot bag, Bullet, just because I could just see the writing on the wall. Another part of my childhood gone. She ain't coming back. You just watch, Bullet. Major breakup. After so long is what I'm getting at. Yeah. Couldn't she have done it like 15, 20 years ago? But she said she wants to go out on her own, which, okay, and test her vocal cords and stuff on her own. Then, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see if Richard Morton survives in WCW. Okay. Oh, stay tuned. Okay, Bullet. All right, good. Anyway, thank you for just kicking that right in, Bullet.
No problem, man.
If your comedian career was based on this TV show, Bullet, you'd be in Hollywood. I'm just telling you that right now, Bullet. You'd already have your TV show. Listen, you'd already have your TV show.
I'd be telling awful jokes on CBS that aren't funny and catching a paycheck every week.
Oh, don't worry. And don't worry, then we'd be debating whether we can cancel it or not, okay? Yeah, why you need a sitcom, Bullet? I just throw that under the bus. Why you want a sitcom? Because we'll just vote to take it off TV. Okay, Bullet. Anyway, thank you so much, Bullet. I love you. Great week going on this week, being Kings Mountain, Bullet. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, and I'll be at the Softcore Cup. But if you want to mend a broken heart, make sure you
pick. Way to do it.
What better way to do it than picking up the second greatest book of all time, which is available at highspots.com. And if you want to know more about what me and George are doing on the weekend, make sure you follow me on Twitter at ManScoutManning and on Instagram at ManScoutManning. This has been another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Good job, Bullet. Thank you, my friend. Perfect. That'll mend a broken heart or cause you to be in more trouble. Okay?
Make you a barracuda.
Oh, boy. We should have had that drum roll. Oh, Bullet. Good.
There you go.
But, oh, boy. Because how many's ever came back? Listen, Ricky never came back to Robert.